Okay, I think I'm here. I'm a little blurry, so my camera must be, I've got the soft focus today. My camera may be a little, my lens might be dirty. Am I soft focus?
I know, I'll check and. Okay, yeah, you're there.
Am I in soft focus? Might be my screen being dirty. Okay. So we are live, and we did a sound check, and everything is good, so that's fine. I'm going to give a couple of minutes so everybody can get here. We've got a lot to discuss with essential oils, and we've had quite a few questions come in, and I want to give you some information, so I don't know how many questions that we'll be able to get to today, but this might be a continuing educational piece. So I am Dr. Polly Heil-Mealey, and you have joined me in our very active clinic here in downtown Humble, 323 East Main Street. So welcome, and we're going to start the discussion with essential oils. Now, there are a lot of myths concerning essential oils, and there are a lot of truths concerning essential oils. So I just want to give you some background a little bit so that you know. Now, with a naturopathic degree, we do get some understanding, and we do have some coursework where it comes to essential oils, but in no way is it exhaustive, okay? So I'm just going to give you that disclaimer right there. A few months ago, well, it's been some years ago now, I met Dr. Deborah Zeff, who has 4 essential oil degrees, doctorate degrees in using essential oils as medicine. And so I really wanted to implement essential oils in the practice, and I had done my own kind of the nose, right? So if it smells good, it must be good. And I had sampled several different brands of multi-level marketing, and there was one brand that, to me, was better than the others just because it smelled better. And so I bought into that company and started doing essential oils. And I tried to get education. I tried to get somebody from the company to come and help me because I wanted to use essential oils as medicine. And all I got from the upline was how to market the oils and sign up people. And that's not what I wanted. What I wanted was to use the oils in order for people to get well. So when I met Dr. Deborah Zeff, and her, you can Google her, it's Z-E-P-F, okay? She is my go-to lady because she uses essential oils as medicine, and that's what I wanted to do. So when I asked her, hey Kim, hey Ronalda, thanks for joining in, you guys. When I asked her how could I improve my education, well, she gave me the instruction to subscribe to this magazine. Now, I know it's backwards because we're on Facebook Live, but this magazine is the International Journal of Professional Holistic Aromatherapy, okay? So this actually teaches you how to use essential oils as medicine. On this particular issue, they're addressing chronic abdominal pain, gastrointestinal spasms, a case study, arthritis pain, aromatherapy for treatment of arthritis, all that. This one, cute little bee on the front, is the use of essential oil in the treatment and prevention of PTSD. So these are medical magazines, so that if you're using essential oils as medicine, you've got some go-to, some protocols and that kind of thing, which is what I wanted. So I want to read something because, of course, if you are using essential oils, you're probably using essential oils from a multi-level marketing standpoint. And so the education that you're getting it from people who are trying to market the oils. What is the purpose of marketing the oils? You want to sell more so you make more commission. I mean, everybody wants to make money, and I absolutely applaud that, so there's no problem with that. Now, I'm reading this. This is a printout from the International Federation of Aromatherapists, right? This is from their Code of Ethics. this is a quote, no aromatherapist shall use essential oils for internal ingestion or internal application, nor shall any aromatherapist advocate or promote such use of essential oils unless they are a practicing aromatherapist that has a medical, a naturopathic, an herbal, or similar qualifications, and holds an insurance policy that specifically covers international application of essential oils. So, this is pretty clear. This is the International Federation of Certified Aromatherapists. Unless you have a medical degree in your background, you are not supposed to tell people to take these oils internally. These oils are very, very powerful. They are very volatile. They will burn through the mucosa membrane. And many of your multi-level marketing companies will tell you to put essential oils in a gelatin capsule and ingest it. And so this is the International Federation says, no, do not do that unless you have an insurance policy that will cover you for malpractice. So I'm just reading this. So this is from the International Federation of Aromatherapists Code of Ethics, and this was last updated in December 1993. So this is the complete guide to aromatherapy. Salvatore Battaglia, I may not say that right. He says, and this is one of the masters of using essential oils as medicines, oral administration has a number of disadvantages. Possibility of nausea and vomiting, irritation of the gastrointestinal tract. Much of the oil will be metabolized by the liver, so it can cause liver damage. Destruction of the essential oil constituents by stomach acidity or enzymes in the intestines. Now, this is from the complete Guide to Aromatherapy by Salvatore Battaglia. I think that's how you say that. Anyway, I have The Art of Homeopathy. Aromatherapy. Sorry about that. He talks about using essential oils as homeopathic remedies in here. This is by Robert Tisserand, Tisserand. He is another master. You can trust what he says. Now, I've read this book probably twice, and the thing that I like about this book, and this is a really good resource for you, the thing that I like about this book is that it tells you the exact brand of oil that you need. So in the back of the book, and you can see I have several references marked, but this is the essential oil bergamot, okay? Now, the way that you can tell if you've got a good oil is you look at the Latin name of the oil. The constituents of the essential oil vary from plant to plant and species to species. So in this guide, right, it tells you the Latin name. So I'm not Latin, guys, so forgive the mispronunciation. But the bergamot, it is, the Latin name is Citrus bergamina, B-E-R-G-A-M-I-A, bergamia, all right? So you want to look on your essential oil and see if on your essential oil, does it have this two-word Latin name? Because that tells you if your essential oil is the one that has the right vibrational frequency so that it will actually work on what you want it to work on. So I hope that makes sense. This book has all of the essential oils and how to use them and what to do with them, and it's got all of the names. So if you're looking for an essential oil, you want to make sure that it's got that Latin name. Now, lavender is an essential oil that is found all over the place. You can find it in Walmart, you can find it in your pharmacy, you can find it everywhere. But the lavender that you're supposed to have, and I didn't even look that up, but there's an inferior lavender called lavandin, okay? So, and I may be getting a little bit backwards on this, but you need to look, my point is, you need to look at that Latin name to see if it is the Latin name that you need. Now, in this magazine, remember I showed you this magazine here. On this particular oil, they're talking about neroli, orange blossom, right? And this is for, let me just see here what this is for. This is, I was just talking about neroli. Neroli is an orange. Anyway, it tells you on this chart the different chemical constituents of the oil. Now, why do they do that? Because for an oil to be effective, it has to have the vibrational frequency of these constituents, right? Because it doesn't have these, it's not going to vibrate at the right frequency, so it's not going to do what you need it to do. We had a lady in church the other day who came up to me with some essential oils, and she said, I was given these for XYZ. She said, what do you think? I said, well, I'm just telling you, they probably won't work because they're not at the right frequency, but you can try and see. And so she tried, and they didn't work, and so it's not surprising that they don't work. So anyway, you've got to have that. Hello, Denise. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate all the help I'm getting in my office today. This is something, too, that is official. And this is from the law office of Cohn, Swift, and Graff. It is a attorney's office in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania? Yeah, PA. Okay. And it is a class action suit against doTERRA and Young Living. All right. I know you don't want to hear that. I know a lot of you have bought those oils. You're heavily invested in these oils. But this is current. We called our office today. It is an ongoing class action suit. And this is what it says. Cohen, Swift, and Graff are currently investigating certain essential oil products claiming to be natural and pure. However, in reality, there are allegations that they contain petroleum products, which are synthetic, unnatural ingredients. Young Living and doTERRA are two manufacturers getting the most attention. Even the Natural Association of Holistic Aromatherapy has acknowledged potentially adverse behavior of brands like Young Living and doTERRA. The issue KS&G consumer protection attorneys are pursuing is whether or not these products contain false or misleading labeling in their products, which has consumers believing that the products they are buying are pure, right? Essential oil products are flourishing because their health-related claims can be very convincing for their medicinal and therapeutic benefits, while at the same time being quite vague regarding their use. For instance, essential oils can be used as a cooling agent for the skin, for beautifying the legs and hips, for calming the skin. Particularly, customers have been willing to pay a premium for these purportedly pure products, believing that the products' ingredients are pure and natural. If you or someone you know has been buying these oils thinking they're pure, we want to talk to you. So this is a bona fide class action lawsuit. So be very, very careful if you're using those oils. I want to read a story. Okay, and this is a real story. This is a colleague of mine, and so it's somebody that is a bona fide person. This is not just some social media something or another. Okay, so this actually is a lady, and I think she is a naturopath. I don't know if I wrote that down, but I think she is. Okay, so this is a claim that you're going to see on your essential oil products. You're going to see that the claim says that our oils are CPTG. That means Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. There is no such designation. Okay, this is a labeling that doTERRA decided that they wanted to be known, and so they have decided that their oils are this way. So it is not something that the FDA or the Therapeutic Goods Association, that's the essential oil body in Australia, or naturopathic in Australia. They don't recognize that. So it is not recognized, it is not approved. These FDA and the TGA do not approve essential oils being used internally, no matter what your rep says. So I'm going to read you this story. Okay, get my pages right. I am currently treating a patient, we'll call her Miss X, who is selling doTERRA, and with her permission, I'd like to share how it destroyed her health. Miss X is a healthy woman in her 30s who is physically active, has a good diet, and no major health complaints. Always looking to natural products to use around the home, and being a lady who likes beautifully smelling things, Miss X decided to look to doTERRA after a few friends invited her to a party. This is where she started to get excited, thinking that she had found the golden ticket to guilt-free health and cleaning. So she embarked in the essential oil journey. She bought the kits, invested thousands into her new passion. Sounds pretty good so far, right? Okay. The only problem is that Ms. X was trained by the person above her in the MLM food chain, who was trained by the person above them, and so on. Now, many businesses work this way, and that's not the issue. However, when unskilled people are talking about and giving out health advice and prescribing things they have no training in, it opens everyone up to danger. But more on that further down. Miss X has, in good faith, repeated the information she had been given by her team leader, not stopping to question or research for herself. And I've been there. I have been there. Earlier, years ago, when I wanted to implement essential oils, I did. In fact, I used doTERRA oils. And we've got a medical doctor in the area that uses doTERRA oils. And I thought, if a medical doctor does it, it's got to be good because she's checked it out. So it's easy to be misled. And so that's one reason why I wanted to give you this information. Some of the advice passed down will inevitably have been harmless, but some has been truly detrimental. Miss X, excited and passionate about her essential oils, decided that there was no better way to advocate the products than to be a living, breathing proof that they promote great health benefits. With this in mind, Miss X started taking a variety of oils to cleanse and detox her body, support her immune system, improve digestion, and more. Sounds awesome, doesn't it? Except that a number of the oils were not the magic elixir they claimed to be, and they actually contained oils that destroyed her gut health, completely stripping her gastrointestinal tract of its lovely flora, opening her up to inflammation and infection. She didn't realize right away what was happening until she started experiencing issues with digestion, irregular bowel movements, and poor immune response, now catching every cold that went around, irritability, foggy brain, and more. But these aren't the only things. These were the very things that the oils were supposed to prevent. Unfortunately, some of the oils were of poor quality, incorrectly prescribed, taken in high doses, and it created a harsh effect on the delicate gut biome. The oils destroyed the gut bacteria, not differentiating between the good and the bad guys. It was only after extensive testing and finally seeing a gastroenterologist that Miss X managed to learn the cause of her newfound ill health. Now, I have been working with her to rebuild her gut biome for 12 months. She still has a long way to go in her efforts to rebuild her health, but she's slowly getting there. I'd like to say that this is an extreme case, but the truth of the matter is that I'm not sure if it's true. With so many unqualified people handing out advice, there could be many more out there whose health has been impacted negatively. I would advise you that you should never take health advice from someone who isn't trained in treating your condition. So this is one thing. If you're just wanting to use the essential oils in a diffuser, if you're just wanting to use it as a fragrance in your home, then any oil will do. If you're wanting to use something for your health, to get your health in line, then you want to make sure that you're using a organic oil that vibrates at the proper frequencies. Now, one of the things that with Dr. Deb, and she is a scientist, and she can read the gas chromatography and the mass spectrometry reports that every essential oil company should have. Now, it's my understanding that when you ask to see these with most multi-level companies, they tell you that it's proprietary and that you wouldn't understand it, which is true. You probably wouldn't understand it. The only way that I can explain it to you is just take you back to high school geometry class. No, not geometry class. High school chemistry class, when you're in the lab and you're burning different elements, and the teacher told you that this is this element because when it burns this color, and this is the color that this element is. So if it burns any other color, it is adulterated. So with the gas chromatography, what they do is they actually look at the chemical constituents with the colors that they test to see if they're in the right vibratory frequency of that color change. So if they're not, then the oils are rejected because they're adulterated. Now, adulterated could be that they are supposed to have this beautiful Latin name, right? But they do have that in there, but they've pulled in a lower variety to cut that oil. So that's adulterated. It may not have any petroleum in it, but you're not getting the pure vibratory frequency that you want. And so why do people do this? They do it because of money, right? They want to make the most income, which I'm a capitalist. I agree. We want to make money. That's why everybody goes to work, because they want to make money, and that's okay. So we're not saying that's a bad thing. But what we're saying is you want to get what you pay for. So you want to be very, very clear on the oils. So this is why we have our website, which is our new website, was released just this week. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out. But there is a link on there for Bare Oils. Now, Bare Oils is not part of the class action lawsuit. And we do have, Dr. Deb has, and I can get those for you if you can want them or if you can read them. I personally can't. I've looked at them. It's like reading Greek to me, but I have Dr. Deb that I trust, and she is very, very passionate about essential oils. In fact, she calls herself the essential oil snob, and she's just not going to put anything on her body. So we've got a couple of questions that have come in, and I want to address that a little bit. So we've already established, hopefully, that ingesting essential oils is something that's not to be done unless you are under the guide of a medical practitioner that has insurance that says it's okay for them to do that. So I don't know anybody that has that. I'm just saying. How effective are these essential oils? So we want to talk about this. So aromatically, this is where you put it in a diffuser, or if you don't have a diffuser, you put it on a little cotton ball, and you put the cotton ball somewhere where the air can get it. If you have road rage, we have a blend called Road Rage that we put on the AC vent in the truck or in the car, and as the AC blows on that vent, it diffuses the oils into the air, and I'm telling you that one really works. So when you diffuse the essential oils in a diffuser or the air vent or cotton balls or whatever, you get 100% efficacy of the oils, okay? So 100%. Now they go in through the nose into the olfactory gland in your brain, and they do what they're supposed to do. 100% effectiveness, right? The second way you can do it is you can do it topically, and you never want to use the essential oils neat. Lavender, I think, is the exception to the rule. You don't want to use that one, or you can use that one neat if you have a burn or something like that. But the rule is you want to dilute the oils in a carrier oil, right? And you don't want to have, unless you're working with someone with a medical degree, you do not want to have your essential oil any stronger than 1/10 of a dilution. That would be 1 drop of an essential oil to 10 drops of a carrier oil. So that's a 10% dilution. So if you, for every 10 drops of carrier oil, you do 1 drop of essential oil. So I hope that makes sense. Nobody's going to probably just do 10 drops because that would just be a single application, right? So if you want to do a massage oil or you want to do something for arthritis or whatever. This book here has all good recipes for that. Okay, so this is a really good resource. This is another good resource that we have here in the clinic. The International Journal of Aromatherapy vouches for this book. There are over 400 different entries on safety and all that kind of thing. So with the essential oil, you want to do no more than a 10% dilution unless you're a medical professional and you know how to do this. So you need to kind of figure out about that. Anyway, as I was saying, if you're making up a blend, if you're making a massage oil or something like that, you only want to use fractionated coconut oil. Why? Because fractionated coconut oil will never go bad. It will never go rancid. Now, your olive oil, your grapeseed oil, your almond oil, your jojoba oil, your avocado oil, all these other oils that are very, very good, if you make up an essential oil blend in that, you want to use it immediately because these oils are not stable and they will go rancid, and whatever you've left in your container is not going to be a good use for that. So you want to make sure that that is an issue here. Okay, we have a question. Sandy. Hey, Sandy. What do you think about organics EOs? They say they are organic. Do they have the USDA seal on them? Okay. If they have the USDA seal, then that means that they have passed that criteria. Okay, it is expensive to do that. A lot of people don't pay. They don't want to pay for that. So it's not a company that I use. It's not one that Dr. Deb uses. And so because I tend to hang around smart people, and one of my life mottos is work smart, not hard, I don't reinvent the wheel. And so, like I said, Dr. Deb has 4 doctorate degrees in using essential oil as medicine. So I'm not going to second think her. I don't have enough time to do that. So that's her opinion. That's my opinion. Does it have the USDA seal that says it is organic? That would be something to look at. One of the things that we're finding, a lot of the oils say that they're natural. Some of them do say that they're organic, but they could have pesticide residue. Those are just some things that we don't want to have in the essential oils. So even if it's an organic fertilizer, that's a question that's above my pay grade. I don't know. So I will ask Dr. Deb about that and maybe come back and see what she says about that. So that's what she says. We use the Bear oils, and they are certified USDA organic. And not only that, but Dr. Deb looks at the 2 reports that we talked about earlier, and that shows us that they're in the right frequency spectrum. Now, this is the thing. I remember going to a webinar of a friend of mine, and she did use a big multi-level marketing essential oil, and she had a respiratory issue, and she had this company's respiratory formula in the diffuser in her vicinity, and the symptoms were not dissipating at all. And my heart broke for her because it's like you're trying to convince these people to get these essential oils, but you're demonstrating that they're not working, which is really, really sad, and we don't want to do that. So be very, very careful. We are going to, this is a paper that we're going to put up online. We'll attach it to, it's up there on it's on our webpage right now. I thought that maybe we could do it in real time, but apparently no. When I'm talking, it's not posted, and we have to wait until we post it, but then we'll attach it. It is called Minor Ailments, and what it says is how to dilute, mix essential oil with a carrier oil before you apply it to the skin. Start with a small amount and find out what works for you. Carrier oils slow down the absorption and allow for even application. All right? Always heavily dilute and be careful when using cinnamon and oregano essential oils. These oils may feel very hot on your skin and can cause discomfort and blistering. Do not use on broken or tender skin. Other oils that can feel uncomfortable are black pepper, eucalyptus, fennel, ginger, lemongrass, and peppermint. So we're going to put all of this online for you so that you can see it. It's a great resource. It has all of your minor ailments down the right side of your page, and then it gives you a plethora of essential oils that you can try. Don't try all of them, okay? Do one or two. See what works for you. Smell them. Whatever your nose thinks is great, then that's probably the one that's going to work for you. We have a lot more questions that we didn't get time to talk about today, so we will probably continue this next week. So I want you guys to have a great weekend. The weather should be good for us. I know in some parts of the world we've got another hurricane coming through, so enjoy the good weather while you can. Take care of yourself, and remember, stand for the flag, kneel